It's 2025 and you want to pass your 100K FTMO challenge. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how I passed my phase 2 verification of my 100K FTMO challenge. And I went into 5% drawdown, but I made a major comeback and still passed it. So let's go to the dashboard and you guys will see how it went down. Guys, I partnered up with Quantackle, giving away one prop firm challenge. Answer the giveaway question and good luck. So right here we are at the FTMO dashboard, and I'm being honest with you guys, it's not the most attractive looking dashboard for sure, because I went into profits and I went into drawdown right away after some trades. But that's the reality of trading. You will not always have great trading days and whatever it might be, especially with these challenges. You can have a great week, but then one day can be a bit bad, and if you start your challenge on that day where you took the losing trade, then of course you will go into drawdown, and if you risk more on those setups, then you will go into more drawdown as well. So let's go through the dashboard and I will explain you guys what happened, why I went into drawdown, and how I could have avoided it maybe, or if I could have even avoided it. I decided to do this video anyway to show transparency and so you guys can see actually how really trading is, because it can happen that you have a bad time and whatever it might be. So first of all, minimum trading days, it took me 10 days. And max daily loss, we didn't breach it, but we came quite close, but we managed through it, and I put my stops actually even a bit tighter to calculate slippage in as well. So max loss, we went into 5.3% drawdown. That was the maximum we went. Right here with the equity drawdown, it's like 5.3%. So then we hit the target a little bit more than that. And let's see now how this even happened. So let's look at the stats. Equity 105, average profit and average loss. This can be a little bit different because of the fact that I split my positions. On some trades, I might split my position in 3, and on some trades, I might split it in 2 or even 1. So this is not that accurate with me, because on prop firms, I do split my entries because of slippage and whatever not. So let me tell you guys what happened and why I went into that drawdown in the first place. So something really unlucky happened because I got wicked out of my position and price still dropped from there. It's part of the process, you know, it can happen, but of course, it hurts, but what can you do? Look, I entered my sell right here at 98.4K on a BTC, but price went a little bit higher, went up to 99.5 and almost 100K, and stopped me out from there. Also on these trades, I gave it a second shot, but still price dropped from there, but I got wicked out before. I will show you guys the trades also on TradingView. These are things that can happen, you know, especially if you're trading volatile assets like BTC, gold, NAS. If you're trading these assets, you are accepting the fact that you can become a victim to volatility, and that's what happened in that case. And it was also that the market was closed on one day, all of those things. So this was the day I went really close to the daily loss. I had one day where this was a trade on BTC and netted me a little bit more than 1%. But then I had, this day where I took some losses. So this was actually a winning day on my personal account because I just took one trade and I just let it run. But here, because it was a challenge, I wanted to pass it quick and whatever. I forced it a little bit, put my stops way tighter than I should, and I took more trades. It resulted in a loss. And I gave it a second chance with a tight stop again and resulted in a loss. On the third day, we made a comeback. On the fourth day, again a profitable day, and then again a profitable day. But then I had these 2 days where I got wicked out twice. Then I started to trade way more conservative again, and from there on we passed it with very low risk actually, because I had multiple trades. Then we passed it eventually, and that's another lesson, you know. Don't try to force it, don't try to pass these challenges too quickly, because if you give it a little bit of time, you will pass it anyway. But it can happen that you can that you want to pass it quick, and it happens to me also sometimes, because it was towards the end of the year and I really wanted to pass this challenge before the end of the year. It's unnecessary, so don't do this. That's why these kind of things are really important, to journal and to learn from your mistakes. So let's go to TradingView and I will show you guys the losing trades and the winning trades, so you guys can actually learn something from that as well. So right here, let me show you guys why I took those losses. So right here we are at the 4-hour FEG. It's an overlapping area, really high probability area for me to look for sells, and I'm looking to sell all the way to this FEG fill right here, and for price to just rebalance the market and fill in those inefficiencies. But what happened is I took a sell right here before, and I got wicked out right here with this wick, and my stop was here, but I think the spreads took me out. Eventually it would have taken me out here anyways, but then we had this drop, so I took another shot, and what happened was that I got stopped out there and I got wicked out. To be honest, I wanted to give it another chance here, but because it was against my rules, I didn't do it. But then in the morning I woke up to this price dropped really hard, and ever since BTC did not return, and this is fine. I mean, my analysis played out, but the execution was not on point, because what I was expecting is price to respect this daily imbalance here, because we had a weekly manipulation candle, you know, and I thought that this 1 hour manipulation candle would be enough, but it became a trap and price dropped then afterwards, you know. So I'm just showing this trade to show transparency and so you guys can see that losses are part of the game, but you can bounce back from those losses. So now let's go back to the trades. So now let me show you guys the trade that made me pass this challenge actually, and it was right on this day. So it was pretty much on the last day of the month, and I was not expecting to get into a trade at all, but the market presented my setup and I took advantage of it because we had volume. So let's see what happened right here. We are in a bearish market on gold. Ever since we had this drop on FOMC, I've been selling gold. I was looking for sales once again, and we had this manipulation candle, and I was expecting this to be a trap. So what I was doing is I was waiting for this 30-minute imbalance, and basically for price to bounce off of this level. We had also the 2620 key level right here, slightly above. Also with the indicator, we have the midnight tap and everything. So, but right here, I don't have any confirmation to buy yet. But what did we have on the 15 minute? On the 15 minute, we have an attempted MC, and I'm looking for the bull trap right here. And that's actually what happened, because price opened. So we had the 30-minute open and price immediately started to drop. I didn't get into a sell here just yet. I wanted to see what happens if price started to sweep these lows, but this is already a big confirmation for me. All I was looking for is the 5-minute closing below this area. So at this point, the low is broken, the bull trap is almost confirmed. So right here at the 5-minute open is exactly where I took those sells. So I jumped into a sell right here at the open. So this is where I took the sell. Price went into immediate profits. And what I did was the following, guys. Around this area, I will put up the screenshots as well. Around this area, I closed 50% of my position. I closed 50%, so I closed half of my positions. And then what I did was the following, because my target was here, right? So like I said, I didn't plan to take a trade, and I was actually not even planning to pass, but it just happened to be on that day that it played out. And what I did was I entered another position around this area. I did enter my second position with the stop loss above this area, and of course my first position is at break even long time ago, and I was just trying to squeeze out the winners at this point, guys. So I put my stop there as well, because I knew if price hits that level, I will pass this challenge. And at that point, what happened is we were dropping, and then we had a pullback, but we managed to keep on dropping with the new 1 hour candle open. Here, my CP did not hit yet. So on TradingView, it looks like this, but it didn't hit my TP yet, because on those days, the spread was really huge. Well, it was like 4 pips. So yeah, and right here, my TP got hit, and I passed the challenge, and I made a little bit more, $160. So the beauty of this setup was I secured 50% of my position right here. My position was at break even already, and then I managed to get into another trade around this area, and I put my stop above there. And the reason why I was able to do it, because I had the profits already from the previous trade. So I was risking a portion of the profits, because this was already at break even 50%, and I added that back, and that made me pass this challenge. So that's about it, guys. Key takeaway for me from this challenge, to be honest, was to not try to pass it quick. I don't do this usually, but I was kind of forcing it before the year ended. And yeah, funny enough, I did manage to do it, but it was really not necessary, because if I didn't have that one big losing day, I would have passed it a long time ago. So that's a key learning that you guys can take away from this. And that's why I wanted to still make this video, to just show you guys some transparency and that you guys can see real trading. And yeah, everyone faces issues. It can always happen, you know, it doesn't matter how much experience you have. The market will always humble you, but it's just important that you know that you have an edge. And if you have a profitable edge, you will get out of those drawdown periods as well. Even if you have, it's not a drawdown period at all, because it's just a challenge. A challenge is very different than from actual live trading, because you're just trying to hit a profit target. But when you are normally trading, you're focusing on the process, you're focusing on taking the right trades, and you don't have that pressure of hitting profit targets, so it's very different. So giveaway question is, guys, how would you have approached this drawdown? How would you have managed your risk to still pass this challenge even after 2 drawdown periods? So guys, that's about it. As you guys saw, I went 2 times in deep drawdown, but I managed to come out of it. This is actually pretty good when these kind of things happen, because these things will give you confidence if you come out on top. That's the beauty of it. So hope you guys learned something from this, and we'll see you guys in the next video if I manage to make a payout and so on. So take care, and see you guys in the next video.